down to the final hours before the 2014 hurricane season begins.
And around the
And we can't let last season's calm give us a false sense of security.
Even in a below-average year, people can die and damage can be brought by a hurricane or tropical storm where you live.
Because it only takes one. It's time to get ready now.
We got lucky last year, but that is no indicator of what's going to happen this hurricane season.
And the most important thing you can do to survive a storm is to get ready now.
We're going to take you parish by parish to let you know what your leaders are doing to lessen the threat.
And find out what you can do now to protect your family, pets, and possessions.
Our field of reporters are spanned across southeast Louisiana with critical information that will keep you safe this hurricane season. But first, what we can expect this year. Here is a look at a few storms we really hope we don't get to know. A below to near normal season is forecast. Now, the average is 12 storms, 6 hurricanes, 3 intense. Klotzbach and Gray are going with 9 storms, 3 hurricanes, 1 intense. Obviously, that's below average. Now, NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, kind of likes to hedge its bets. 8 to 13 storms, 3 to 6 hurricanes, 1 to 2 intense. So basically what they're saying is 40% chance of near normal and then a 50% chance of below normal. But they both see the same things happening. An El Nino is forecast to develop. In fact, at this point, it's about a 65% chance that it could develop. This is the warm water that's in the tropical Pacific, and we really like it because it causes those strong upper-level winds that take the tops off of developing systems. Now, Klotzbach and Gray are also saying the water in the tropical Atlantic is cool, and that's a good thing because tropical systems need warm water to develop. It doesn't matter, though. We have had serious hurricane seasons with similar weather patterns. Look back to 1957. That was the year of Audrey, caused major damage in southwest Louisiana. The winds 145 miles per hour. And that year, even though there were 8 storms, we had 5 of them hit the Gulf Coast. So it doesn't matter if it's a below average season. It just takes one.
Let's begin our parish-by-parish reports with Orleans Parish. Anchor Camille Whitworth takes us inside the Nerve Center and shows us what's new this year.
Inside City Hall in New Orleans and on the 9th floor is the Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness Office, or the War Room. During a storm, representatives from Entergy, law enforcement, EMS, the Sewage and Water Board, flood authorities, federal workers, and many, many more agencies have a place at the table, which seats 97 people.
We have communications here. We have our radios, TVs. This is where we'll send out alerts from so our citizens will know what's going on.
Leaders are constantly updating and getting better. Now, police and fire stations all have generators. All agencies work together. This year, the city has incorporated new technology and backup systems.
We're able to better see what's going on. We get the direct feeds from our 911 center so where we can monitor where our units are, police, fire, EMS, where they're at.
Colonel Jerry Sneed runs the operations of emergency and says with the upgrades, the continuous communication, and the central meeting location, the city is more ready than ever before. If an evacuation is called, New Orleans has made arrangements for 17 emergency pickup places for those who need it. And there is a plan for pets.
It may not be on the bus with them, but it will marry up with them in Shreveport or Monroe or wherever they go to, so they'll have their pet with them at that location.
Sneed says the most vulnerable areas are those outside of the levee protection system, like in Venetian Isles. And Colonel Sneed told us in an event of a major catastrophe, there is another backup command center up and ready to run. He didn't tell us where that secret location is, but he calls it the extreme Plan B.
I could say we need things, but overall, we have a good, solid plan. We're ready to go, and we feel comfortable with what we're doing.
On your side, Camille Whitworth, WDSU News.
I'm Blake Hansen in Jefferson Parish. It's the serenity that drew folks like Craig Capel to the town of Jean Lafitte.
It'd be hard to move away, very hard to move away.
But during hurricane season, the peace and quiet can quickly turn treacherous.
Katrina water come like right around here.
Since 2002, everything from Katrina to tropical storms have forced the Capel family to take action.
We do try to prepare. We try to, stay conscious about what's going to happen. what we're going to do.
It is difficult, and quite frankly, we have a tale of two parishes, so to speak.
Jefferson Parish President John Young acknowledges the high risk that still exists for those in Lafitte, Crown Point, Barataria, and Grand Isle. Plans for permanent protection ring levees are still years off. In the meantime, homeowners are urged to elevate.
Certainly, we've been elevating homes down there with money we've gotten through the federal government, through home elevation. That's the interim solution.
Back within 100-year hurricane protection, more than $14.5 billion have gone into raising levees, fortifying drainage pumps, and adding floodgates in the greater New Orleans area. But emergency officials don't want anyone to let their guard down.
It's important to remember it's a risk reduction system, not a risk elimination system.
Until then, residents will continue to prepare ahead of each hurricane season.
We got on a list to jack the house up just in case maybe the bigger storm hit.
In Jefferson Parish, Blake Hansen, WDSU News.
New this year, a change in the oversight of the levee system, and the new leaders say it's stronger than ever.
WDSU anchor Randy Russo found out which areas still need to be finished.
They're our defense against an impending superstorm. 133 miles of levees, walls, and pumps. A system of 100-year protection. And this year, the $14.5 billion hurricane risk reduction system is in the hands of the local levee districts, with the Southeast Louisiana Flood Protection Authority taking over operations from the Army Corps of Engineers.
And we've done a lot of work with the levee districts in the state to make sure that we're all ready for that. We've done a lot of exercises and training events leading up to the season to make sure everybody's ready to go.
Levees that were 17 feet during Katrina now tower at 35 feet. And Tim Duty says the new protective structures and surge barriers like the one at the Inner Harbor Navigational Canal will protect the heart of the city.
But if the system holds and it doesn't fail to ground, it'll keep water hopefully out of everybody's homes. It'll be in the streets, but we can pump that out. We can deal with that.
3 key pieces of the hurricane risk reduction system are still in the process of being completed. The pumping station here at the 17th Street Canal and those at the London and Orleans outfall canals. Pivotal points that failed during Hurricane Katrina. Temporary structures now stand at those locations as the permanent, more robust structures are being built.
It'll protect against a 100-year storm. But the resiliency of the system is the key feature. So that's armoring the system to make sure that those structures, levees and flood walls, don't fail to ground and we don't have the Gulf of Mexico inside of the city.
On your side, I'm Randy Russo, WDSU News.
Prepare the same way you would every hurricane season because only one hurricane or tropical storm is required to make it a bad year for you.
You're watching Get Ready Now, brought to you by Jefferson Financial Credit Union, helping members achieve success. Egan Insurance, now also on the North Shore. Cox, your friend in the digital age. And the WDSU Hurricane Central app. For hurricane season, this is the app.